What's up, nerds all over the internet? It is Thursday night, June 6th, and we are here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Yahoo! That's right, folks. Another exciting Thursday night to talk about all the great, amazing things happening in the world of professional wrestling. I'm talking matches, I'm talking segments, video packages, wrestling legends making their returns, surprise comebacks, and more. And guiding you on this journey is your host. I am Jose Casabona. I'm also the host, the founder, the executive manager and the executive producer and content manager of the Ravens Flock. And on behalf of all of us on this channel, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week.
Well?
Excuse me. Mr. Warner Rouse.
Seriously? That's all you got, a burp? Wow, you're running on empty when it comes to gags, aren't you? Thank you for that introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
I'm not running on empty, I'm running on gas.
Get out.
And of course, folks, much like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an Inner Flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the Inner Flockers we got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you're here to rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time YouTubers. We've been working since 2013 to make your voice our mission, and we want to continue doing so by becoming full-time streamers in order for us to do this, do this fine work and fulfill our missions to the fullest that we possibly can. And we could do the best way for us to do that is to continue having your support by having you guys continue to spread the word of the Ravens Flock. Share this link, share this video with your friends, share this channel with your friends. Let everyone know about the Ravens Flock. And with more folks joining in and subscribing to us, we'll have more people joining in and becoming Inner Flockers as well. So with your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. And you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission. By providing us your thoughts here, but your feedback and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up over here in the chat, we've got Genie Rick, who, by the way, is celebrating having been an Inner Flocker for 21 months!
All right! 21 months! You are awesome! Thank you so much!
We've also got Vicente Guerrero, Nikki Bella, and Lisa Boo up in the chat. Hey up, everybody. But Jose, pray tell, what is it exactly that you do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Folks, history is on the horizon. It is the month of June, the date of 6/6/6. We are 2/3 away from hell, but that's beside the point. Folks, this Sunday, history will be made in the WWE as they host their NXT pay-per-view event, NXT Battleground, which is on June 9th at the UFC Apex Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. And not only that, but they will have the TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace go one-on-one against the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez
for the NXT Women's Championship. So, yeah, it's not just champion versus champion. It's for the NXT Women's Championship, and that's going to be bananas.
It's going to
BANANAS.
Hells yeah. And speaking of history, we'll discuss more of it later, but TNA Wrestling celebrates 20 years of TNA Impact being on national television. Alongside Raw and WWE's Raw and SmackDown, TNA Impact is the longest wrestling TV program in the nation's history.
But, Joseph, aren't you forgetting the most important piece of history?
Yes,
the greatest piece of history that's on its way? The most important and the most intelligent piece of history ever of all time?
I can already hear that joke knocking on the door.
What joke are you talking about?
What
could you possibly... What? I don't know. I don't understand what you're inferring here.
I know what you're talking about. It's not just knocking on a particular door. It's knocking on the forbidden door! Yes, folks, we cannot ignore the success of AEW and their upcoming pay-per-view event, The Forbidden Door, which is on Sunday, June 30th, the final day of the month of June, where AEW host their Super Show pay-per-view event alongside, in conjunction with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
AKA AEW poaching a bunch of New Japan talent and not giving it back.
Pretty much.
That's just me.
Yeah, I know. Now, of course, folks, this is a lot of wrestling to consume. That's a lot of hours that we would have to commit to. And for an average wrestling fan, for the hardcore wrestling fans, I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know what the heck they do to stay awake for hours just consuming wrestling programming. But with me, I'm not that hardcore. I would need something else. I would need a special kick. I would need a special energy boost to get through.
Jose, say no more, because we here at the Ravens Flock are proud to be partnered with Glitch Energy over here. With Glitch Energy, you could stay running strong all day long, whether you're working with your mind or with your body, whether you're doing something fun like video gaming or streaming or hanging out with your friends and family or doing any sort of physical sports activities, or if you're working by streaming and with your friends and family and doing physical sports activity. You get what I'm trying to say. Whether it's for work or for play, Glitch Energy's Smart Energy Blend keeps you running all day long with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. Not to mention, Glitch's Revive Hydration formula has got all the electrolytes and amino acids that you need in order for you to get that post-workout rehydration and resupply your body in order to continue running strong all day long. But Jose, what's the most important part about Glitch Energy?
Well, it's quite simple, Juancho. First of all, I appreciate all the nutritional facts. I mean, it's very important for us to know. But what's equally important is, of course, the taste, the flavor. We want something that slaps. We want to taste something that's unique. We want to taste something that will be imprinted into our tongues for a long, long time. And we cannot settle for good. Good is bare minimum. We settle for great.
And thankfully, Glitch Energy agrees with us, because they are not only great at providing us flavor, but they're great at proving that they've got what it takes over here. Because if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off your entire order. Whether you just want to get yourself set up with a single tub of one of their Glitch Energy Smart Energy Blends, or if you want to try one of their nutritional supplements, or the Glitch Revive line, you'll get 20% off of it, because they want you to be able to enjoy. But most importantly, what we want more than anything else is to get our bloody hands on the new flavor, Neon Sugar, which is the cotton candy flavored Glitch Energy over here, and we're not going to stop until we get some. I get it, it was inspired by the streamer Laura the Explorer, but for crying out loud, we're the ones who are plugging this thing like crazy. I will not stop until we get it.
I don't think
stop. Won't stop. Look at this. You see how crazy it is? These guys have a plan for you. These guys actually get you set up. You can subscribe to them and save up to 10% off your order. And you can even do 4 interest-free payments if you use their PayPal thing, or if you use Afterpay. That's cool. That's good for you, because stuff's expensive, and we don't want you to get burnt in your wallet. And neither does Glitch Energy. They're looking out for you guys. And I'm looking out for trying to get a hold of cotton candy flavored. Zayana Rose and Dragonfang are after my ass. They want it. They want this in their mouths. They want this in their souls. Jose, you gotta freaking help me out.
All right. Chill, man.
Alive.
All right.
We need we just need to get a hold of this Neon Sugar ASA freaking P. Otherwise, you might not see me anymore.
I think we'll be okay. But we are gonna get,
I don't think so.
But cotton candy is considered crack to Ziana Rose and Dragonfang cosplay, so we should probably get it ASAP. But folks, with all death by cosplay sisters aside, we here at the Ravens Talk would like to thank Glitch Energy for being our partner. You guys are great. Juan, I'll write your eulogy.
Bullshit, you will. Let me take a look at the chat before we continue over here. Genie Rick dropping a $1.99 super chat.
All right.
2 years, here I come, indeed. And yeah, yes, please, with the cotton candy flavoring. Holy cow. And Vicente Guerrero dropping some knowledge over here saying, had Jordan Grace gone into No Holds Barred, later called MMA, she would have beaten at least a few women back to back. She could have been a 6-fight win streak. Hell yeah, the Juggernaut is not to be messed with.
That is true. Now, that being said, before we get to the review, recently Vice... Vice has just dropped their latest wrestling documentary series, that's been spearheaded by not only Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but also Danny Garcia and folks involved with Dark Side of the Ring. This series is called Who Killed WCW? It's a 4-episode miniseries that'll be airing every Tuesday night on Vice. The first episode has just dropped, and it's also available on YouTube. And it features many interviews, many testimonies from different people who were involved with WCW at some capacity, from former employees to journalists to authors. They had Booker T, Diamond Dallas Page, Eric Bischoff, author Guy Evans, the same author Guy Evans who wrote this book, the book titled Nitro, The Incredible Rise and the Inevitable Collapse of Ted Turner's WCW.
With the new expanded edition that they got in hardcover.
Hells yeah. So, if y'all... Now, listen. It's a dead horse at this point. It's 2024. How many times have people told the story about the death of WCW?
Relitigating it over and over till Kingdom Come. But you know what? It's one of those fascinating, like, God, how the hell did all this happen kind of thing. Like, you see that WCW had every possible advantage you could ask for in terms of running a professional wrestling promotion. You had money, you had talent, you had resources, you had a guaranteed home on network television. How the hell did it all fall apart?
Learn about that on their show every Tuesday night. It's, like I said, it's on YouTube, it's on Vice. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm still deciding if I want to do like a reaction/review of it after the miniseries is over. I mean, we did it for Quiet on the Set after all.
That's true. But one thing that we also need to say, this isn't a paid plug or advertisement from Vice TV or from the producers of Dark Side of the Ring or Rock the Dwayne Johnson. But hey, Dwayne, I'm buddies with a friend of yours, Andy Signor. I wouldn't say no to a quick $100,000.
Yeah, we just shilled for you.
$100,000.
Bastard.
No, he's not a bastard. It's like, oh God.
No, you're not a bastard. No.
Give us your money! There we go.
No. I would not speak ill of The Rock. Lord knows I would have goosebumps doing so.
Stop doing that! You're gonna give yourself an Indian burn slapping your arm like that.
Listen, Juan, it's 2024. The days of me slapping my leg is over.
What about the days of you chopping your open hand?
It's over! We have to move on!
And so we're moving on by having you slap your arm?
Moving on!
Jesus. He sent in the chat. Easy answer for non-fans. Vince Russo killed WCW. Actual wrestling fans will be into this much more because there was more to it than Russo's booking. Yeah, there really was. But it's very easy to just say it's fucking Vince Russo.
All right.
Bro!
Let's move on. Let's move on to something a little more awesome.
So cold, bro!
Yeah, sure you did. Let's go ahead and start the review. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
We're going to start things off by talking about this week's edition of WWE NXT, their go-home show before their pay-per-view event, NXT Battleground. Hells yeah! And the show opens in a huge way! Speaking of history-making, and Juan, get ready to squeal in 3, 2, 1. Because we get the opening match featuring the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Jordan Grace. Go.
Slap your leg enough, Jose, and you can almost bring back Lucha Underground. Thank you.
Jordan Grace goes one-on-one against Stevie Turner. This match was requested by Stevie Turner after last week's confrontation with Jordan Grace backstage.
It's just an exhibition match.
It is an exhibition match, and it gives the WWE fans a little taste of TNA magic. And Jordan Grace, my goodness, she showed up and showed off. This was a squash. Not to say that Stevie Turner didn't put up a fight, because she did, but let's be honest, this match was put over for the sole purpose of Jordynne Grace showing off her skills, showing off what she could do as a number one contender for Battleground. I don't give a shit if it was a squash. It was a great opening match with Roxanne Perez at ringside.
Every other 5 seconds was nothing but beautiful muscle mommy over here whipping ass with the dulcet cooing tones of like a freshly fed infant baby coming from Booker T, shucky duckying all of his quacks.
Somebody might want to check
his soul.
Somebody want to check Booker T's blood pressure. I'm just saying.
Booker T, you're an excellent wrestler.
But also, watch out for your health, dude. Anyways, I'm not gonna get much into. There's not much to say about it. In the final seconds, Jordynne Grace lays out Stevie Turner with the Vader bomb, and then puts her down with the Juggernaut driver to pin and win. Your winner, the Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace. And as a special bonus point, Vic Joseph mentioned, there's two characters right now that share the name, but Kane Marco couldn't do it better than this one.
Ha.
And
she's the Juggernaut bitch.
She is the Juggernaut bitch, that's right. And then after the match, we get a one-on-one confrontation with Roxanne Perez and Jordynne Grace in the ring. And they both had to stare down before they had a small little pull apart, and with Roxanne Perez fleeing over to the entrance ramp.
Like it was literally just the two of them like getting up in each other's face. Roxy trying to play tough. Jordynne Grace shoved her off on her back, on her ass, and Roxy running for the hills.
Well, look, let's not put down Roxy. She's trying to put on her big girl leather pants and try to square up against Thick Mama Pump.
There is nothing in this image that I don't love. Wait, was it this match or was it the other one where I was mentioning that one fan? Was it a different match, right?
I think it was a different match. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. But that being said, great opening match. This is a great way to, get the WWE fans talking about Jordynne Grace.
This is this is called putting your best foot forward. Putting forward the best first impression you can. And putting it simply, that really was the best first impression that they could get out of this. Yeah, and it was a different match. Is this match even going to be on our thing at all?
Yes, it will.
Yay!
Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about.
I'm going to bring that guy up because it's fucking hilarious.
Now we're going to get into the exciting match of the night, and yes, Juan does have some extra info to add to it. It is a 6-women tag match.
Holla, 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 holla.
All the 6 contestants who will be participating in the ladder match for the NXT Women's North American Championship will be teaming up in separate teams. Oh boy, the universal $1 million question, Juan. Can they coexist?
No. The answer is no.
The answer is no, but we like seeing them try.
The long answer, no, but with extra steps. Vicente saying, looks like Roxy borrowed Stephanie McMahon's leather pants that she used to wear in the Attitude Era. Right?
Right. The teams of Sol Ruca, Fallon Henley, and Lash Legend going up against the teams of Mia Yim, Jada Parker, and Kelani Jordan.
Don't you mean Michin?
Michin. Oh, yeah, sorry, Michin. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to wrap for the longest time we've been doing this show, I've been calling her Mia Yim.
I don't blame you, but we gotta, just gotta remember her.
Actually, no, correction. Michin, Jada Parker, and Sol Ruca versus Kelani Jordan, Lash Legend, and Fallon Henley.
Okay.
So anyways, this was a funny, hilarious 6-women tag match, and this was thrown together after their championship match summit. More on that later. And there was a lot of turmoil between the two tag teams because of course they can't get along, and
it's 6 women with 6 gigantic, sexy egos.
Yeah, and
it's crazy to think that anyone would get out of their own fucking ways.
Yeah, no, we got we started off with Kelani Jordan and Sol Ruca squaring up against each other, doing high-flying acrobatics in the ring, and then we got a strong women competition between Jada Parker and Lash Legend, and then and amongst all the hilarity, there was one that we need to talk about, and Juan came prepared. Juanjo, share it.
So you're gonna love this shit, guys. Just take a look at the gentleman who has his hands across his heart over here. Just look at him. You don't have to worry about whether or not he's doing anything, but just look. Whoop. Hang on.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
We're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's
no sound, sorry.
Go for it.
Look at him. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, but let's be real. Juancho, if it was Jordan Grace on the receiving end and you were in the audience, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. By the way, thank you to @Fadeaway Media for getting this clip. This was fucking hysterical, and I will not apologize for it. I mean, like, seriously, look at the fucking guy. He's hamming just as bad as the ladies in the ring.
I know, right? Hey, it's
if you're on the hard cam side, then go for it, man.
You know that wrestling is fun when the fans are in on the action.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a funny visual. What's her face? Michin is slapping Lash Legend on the back, right?
Yeah. No, that's Jada Parker.
Sorry, my bad. Jada Parker slapping her on the back. Looked like it was meant to be a tag or whatever. I don't know. No, just to get her out of the fucking way. And this poor fucking dude just, oh my god, he's like, oh.
I thought it was funny, and you know what? The match almost dissolved into a Pier 6 brawl, but amongst all the chaos, Sol Ruka was able to pull out a surprise soul snatcher on Fallon Henley to pin and win for her team. Your winners, Sol Ruka, Jada Parker, and Michin.
I still don't understand why they didn't set the ladies' graphics up in a way that helped us denote which person was on whose side. They jumbled them together here.
Well, okay, I'll be honest. That one's on me, because this image was originally to promote the Summit, and the 6-woman tag match was impromptu, like put together that same evening.
Right at the last second. Okay, yeah. I get it.
But still, it was the exciting match because it had all 6 women, and there was hijinks, there was conflict. Every woman looked awesome in this match. They got a chance to show off their chops, and it's a great way to build to their inevitable ladder match Sunday.
Well, hot damn, that's what we're looking forward to over here.
My money's on Sol Ruka.
Sol Ruka would be nice if she won. I don't know whether or not she will, but it's worth a shot.
What about you, Juancho? Early predictions right now.
I'm actually going to put my money on either Michin or Lash Legend.
Okay. All right, then. All right. No worries. We're good. We're Gucci. The next, the exciting segment, of course, is the video package hyping up the upcoming NXT Underground match featuring one of the most dominant NXT women's champions in history, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, versus Lola Vice.
All right, so just like we mentioned, was it last week when we found the actual footage of Lola Vice when she was in MMA and she just whooped the shit out of some poor.
She murdered her.
Yeah, and in that same fucking after that MMA fight was called, she booty shaked and danced to celebrate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's bullshit right there. I love it.
That was last week, Juancho. And in this week, they showed an incredible video package. A video that showed a bit of a training montage with Lola Vice. And both women talked about how this match is important to them. Shayna Baszler mentioned an interesting factoid that she is literally the first MMA female competitor to transition into wrestling, to transition into the WWE.
Yeah, and she's still sticking around, and she's still doing better, unlike some other really popular MMA women's champion who just got too big for her own britches.
I don't know. You think she got a little too rowdy?
Rousey.
Ah, okay.
Do you have a lozenge or something? No? It's okay. I'll live.
Just drink your drink.
Yeah, let me look at the chat. Vicente was saying she would drop me. Well, she would drop. The Michin nickname already. Fans called her Mia Yim for the longest time. Anyway, damn, that tag was right out of the power slap fights. And we got Mr. Quake in the chat. Yep, Mr. Quake with welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Yeah, NXT Worlds Collide. Well, that was with NXT and NXT UK. Yeah, so which per personality? He's betting on either Sol Ruka or Lash Legend. Lola Vice is the female Eddie Guerrero. NXT Forbidden Door.
Yeah. I wouldn't exactly call Lola Vice a woman version of Eddie Guerrero. Like, she's a different class on her own. She's definitely a unique breed. That being said, I'm looking forward to this match. And listen, we already have our opinions, but I'm still going to die on the hill and saying that, listen, it's going to be at the UFC Apex. They need to put them in the freaking octagon.
It's not going to happen.
They must!
I know, but
my inner fan child wants them to.
They won't.
I long for the days of the Lion's Den match with Ken Shamrock and Owen Hart.
One can dare to dream.
And also the lockdown cage match between Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. You can tell I like these themed matches. It's so cool. But that being said, no. I'm pretty sure they won't. If they do, holy shit, that'll throw me for a curveball. But I'm still going to be satisfied regardless. Here's what I do want, though. I want CM Punk to call this match.
It'd be funny.
This is up his alley. That's his wheelhouse. It was his wheelhouse.
Thank you, Vicente, by the way. No need to sugarcoat it, Juancho. Ronda was shit as a wrestler in promo. Total shit. With her bad attitude, Ronda would have been better in XPW, CZW. Damn. That's heavy duty shit right there, man.
Speaking of heavy duty, that's a bold claim there, Mr. Quake. Lola Vice better than Sasha Banks.
That's easy, Jose. I mean, it's not that hard. Have you seen Mercedes Money? Exactly.
Ooh, wow.
That's my case.
Jeez, come on, man.
No, I'm not going to sugarcoat that.
Just because she's an AEW.
No, not just because she's an AEW. But because if you try to put her side by side against Lola Vice, Lola will eat her alive. And not in the sexy way either. In any case, so this is a nice tail of the tape kind of video, a nice breakdown of their of how their rivalry came up and how they're coming out to the power of the NXT Underground match.
That's right. Then their NXT Underground match is going to be fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see it. Now let's get to the match of the night.
Okay.
All right. This is another women's one-on-one match, featuring two ladies who, they're in a feud.
What?
Well,
there's Thea Hale.
Yeah, I know. It's Thea Hale going up against Jasmine Nix.
Yeah, and then Jasmine Nix even had a wild and really sexy ring entrance. I don't know why there's any issue.
Yeah, no. Her entrance is fine. The match was okay, but like everything that's happening around the match, like it's just so freaking awful. Like the involvement of Ridge Holland. Like, get him off my television already. Nobody likes him.
Well, I don't like him.
Oh, I mean, you're not the only one. The fans are getting tired of him.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I mean, like, why is he in Chase U? It doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Like, he's a grown-ass man. He was with the Brawling Brutes at War Games. God. Damn, talk about a fall from grace.
Let me take a look here. Unlike Ava Rain, she has that smug look. It turns me off. Vincent, she is a decent as a wrestler, but Mike skills suck. Well, is her ego much? Yeah.
Yeah,
no. We're still talking about Ronda. Okay, so this match, you said it wasn't all that...
It was all right. Like, it was okay. It just had a bit of a finish where there was, like, a miscommunication between the brotherhood, or the fraternity, to use my college terms, of the Chase U people. Andre Chase, Riley Osborne, Duke Hudson, and what's-his-face, and Ridge Holland, all four of them not getting along, and there's this confusion at ringside, which distracted Thea Hale long enough for Jasmine Nix to get the win. All because... nobody is getting along in Chase U. Come on, man.
No, how dare they?
Can't we just sing Kumbaya and move on?
No.
I guess not. Anyways. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the really, really hilariously ridiculous segment. And this is the segment that proceeded into the 6-women tag match. It started off with this championship match summit, which translation is just a 6-women in-ring segment with
in-ring program moderated by Mr. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack himself.
Oh yeah, because if there's anybody who stands apart, who is impartial, and who can hardline these women, it's Booker T.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm sorry. Booker T comes off less...
Oh my goodness.
He comes off less as a mediator and more of a shit stirrer. Like a shit pot stirrer. because he loves stirring shit up, man. He loves to instigate. Oh my goodness. But that being said, we did get some good promos. I think the best one out of the women was Michin and Jada Parker. Michin talked about her experiences in ladder matches back in her first run in NXT. Jada Parker bringing Michin back down to earth, saying like, "Hold on, honey. This ain't the black and gold era anymore, okay? This is my brand. And if you keep running your mouth, I'm gonna turn your ass black and blue." Oh! I thought that was a really good exchange there.
How dare you? Boo!
Yeah, I know. All the other promos here, like Kalani, Jordan, and Fallon Henley, kind of felt bland. Sol Ruka definitely tried to spice things up, and so did Lash Legend. And then afterwards, like, it all just fell apart. Like I said, Booker T cannot quell the anger in these women.
That's what happens here, dog, when you go into this, dog. That's what happens when you get into a fight, dog.
Yep, and that's how we got our 6-women tag match.
Yeah, dog, it's just what it's all about, dog.
Thanks, Booker!
Nice going, asswipe.
No, it's okay. We got awesome wrestling.
Well, we got an excellent match, and yeah, Booker T, you're an excellent wrestler.
All right, now before we get into the main event, we do have an honorable mention to bring up that happened on this week's edition of NXT, and it is a one-on-one British rounds match for the NXT Heritage Cup Championship. Tony D'Angelo successfully defended his Heritage Cup against one of the members of the No Quarter Catch crew, Damon Kemp. He's the more talented Steveson, apart from Gable Steveson, kids. Don't worry. And I'm going to be honest, while it's good to see Tony D'Angelo picking up a win and defending the championship, compared to all the other Heritage Cup matches, this one felt short and felt underwhelming. Like, because it only lasted 3 rounds. Tony D'Angelo was able to get the second victory on the 3rd round, and in between the rounds, there was like a big pull apart between the D'Angelo family and the No Quarter Catch crew. And Tony D'Angelo just silenced them, shut them up. But still, good on Tony D'Angelo, the Heritage Cup champion. Yeah, the Gabagooli. Yeah, we got to keep the business going. Business is booming. Yeah. Sleeping with the fishies. Forget about it.
What's going on?
Someone fetch me a cannoli. Yeah.
Jesus goddamn Christ! These guys will not let me retire the joke. Try as I might.
Now, thanks to you, Juan, I'm going to play this video on the replay, and I'm going to slow-mo it to get the bar pretty more.
No.
Oh, my God. I love it. I don't give a crap. I love Tony D'Angelo.
So D and Enzo Amore will be awesome.
No! Keep Enzo off our screens.
No, not Enzo Amore. No, Jesus. Don't you mean freaking what's his face? Stacks?
Oh God, no. I'm sorry, but I do not want that unconsensual penis.
No, we don't. We do not want the consensual penis back.
All right, now let's get to the main event segment, and this is the official live contract negotiations for the newest free agent in the WWE. That's right, the latest AEW defectee, all ego, Ethan Page.
This caught everyone and their mother completely by surprise. Nobody fucking saw this coming. Nobody saw Jordan Grace coming last week. Nobody saw Ethan Page coming last week. And now we're getting to see both of them.
Hells yeah.
In WWE rings for the first time ever and stuff. Yeah, no. This is going to be wild. And the fact that the way they have Ethan Page set up to come off more like he's still a free agent rather than like he's officially in WWE. Like, which obviously he's not. Like he obviously he is, but he's not a free agent. He's legitimately in there. But the fact that they're still selling it as if he was a
free agent. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. That he was the guy who used the opportunity to make an impact in order for him to get his contract signed in with Ava is what was impressive with how they were trying to write this out.
Absolutely. So Ethan Page goes over to the ring, has a little sit-down chat with Ava Raine, as Ava Raine draws up the contract for Ethan Page, the new contract to sign him over to the WWE. And according to Ethan Page, it comes with a lot of perks that all the other NXT wrestlers don't get to have. But the fans were not liking it. The fans kept chanting boos and chanting "whoop that trick." And at one point, I believe what's his face? Yeah, no, Ethan Page said something like he told one of the fans to shut the hell up. So he was barking back at the fans.
Yeah, no, as a proper heel would. I mean, think about it. He's over here like, hey, you show me respect. I'm in the middle of getting my my contract signed and negotiated here because I'm gonna get all this freaking money. Yeah, screw you all, kind of thing.
Yeah,
as a proper heel would.
That's
how you fucking do it as a heel.
Hells yeah, but of course, the main man himself was not going to have any of this crap as the NXT champion, Mr. Trick Willy Wonka, Trick Williams, marches down over to the ring and has a stare down against Ethan Page, and these two have their own back and forth face to face. Ethan Page mentioned that apparently that both Trick Williams and Ethan are both similar in the fact that they're
not so different, you and I.
Yep, similar in the fact that they both had to break out of the shadows of the partners that they teamed with in order to make their own success. And the contract details that, number one, first of all, he signed into the WWE, and number two, it also means that Ethan Page gets to challenge Trick Williams for the NXT Championship at Battleground on Sunday, June 9th.
So this Sunday, All Ego Ethan Page will make his in-ring WWE debut at NXT Battleground for the NXT Championship.
Hang on a minute. Let me read this comment.
That's not a real Eric Bischoff. It'd be wild if it were, saying that, breaking news, Tony Khan died of a heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys, trolls are trolling, man. Jesus.
Look, I don't like Tony Khan either, but come on, dude.
That's very distasteful, man.
That's pretty and besides, you got your stuff wrong over here, buddy. He's still only 41. He doesn't turn 42 until October.
Yeah, he's still a long ways from here, but that being
sadly.
Yeah.
Yes, and that part you're right about over here, Vicente. Tony Khan did waste All Ego Ethan Page.
In fact, as a small jab at AEW, Ethan Page even mentioned in his segment with Ava Raine that he had the choice. He could either choose to sit at home and collect for the last 2 years and keep collecting checks, or go out there into the spotlight and actually make a name for himself.
Which he did in the form of his debut on NXT.
Exactly. Hey, man, look, I like money just as much as anybody, but if I were Ethan Page, I too would want to be immortalized.
True. I would want to earn my money in a way that's, more freaking, dignified.
Exactly. Also, what an incredible odyssey that Ethan Page has had. When we first talked about Impact Wrestling back in 2020, he was on his way out of TNA Impact as he was doing the Karate Man gimmick, and then he transitioned over to AEW, and I guess one of the coolest matches that I can recall talking about him was when he wrestled Cody Rhodes for the TNT title, and then after a couple years later, now seeing him here in the WWE. What an incredible odyssey, wouldn't you agree?
Nice, actually. I'm glad to see that he was able to bring this around, yeah.
I know. And, this guy went all over the place, man. He jumped from Nashville to fucking Jacksonville to Orlando, Florida.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Or is it Connecticut? We want to keep it different states.
NXT's headquarters is at the Performance Center, so Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando, okay.
This may as well be Black and Gold 3.0.
Hey, I don't care.
2.0.
I don't care. NXT right now is fun.
Exactly. It's fucking fun. That's the good part. It's fucking fun. And we need that because it's bananas as hell. BANANAS.
Oh, but don't worry, Wancho. Things are going to get much white hotter from here on in, because now we're going to shift gears and go into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
And the show opens up with an incredible return of the former AEW World Champion, Hailing from Long Island, New York, the return of Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Yes! MJF made his return at AEW Double or Nothing. He took Adam Cole to Dick Kick City, and he was all dressed up like Triple H's return in 2002.
Also, he came back shredded. Hey, I ran into MJF while we were in the shower, and he said that he was shredded, that he's got like an 8-pack on him. Oh, please. MJF's a punk bitch. He probably weighs like 20 pounds sopping wet.
Sopping wet under that scarf. Under that suited scarf.
Oh no, he's choking on his food. No. God dang. So that's a Kylo Ren's Saturday Night Live joke there for you. Matt the radio technician. Also, seriously. MJF got shredded as fuck in his recovery on his his return to the ring over here. So, dear God, he took it easy on the pickles.
Ah, remember the pickles? Oh my God!
Actually, no. You know what? I don't think the pickles would actually be that much of a nutritional detriment, a dietary detriment, if you would. Like they're vegetables that have just been pickled. It's not as if you're eating a shitload of fats or substrates or lots of sodium or nothing like that.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
But that being said,
I digress.
MJF made his return at Double or Nothing. He took Adam Cole to Dick Kick City. He cut an incredible promo, pretty much solidifying that he is re-signed with AEW, and he's staying with AEW for a long time.
Also, that he got a really awkward tattoo on his calf.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I don't put any brand that I'm not personally involved with in terms of creating on my skin. Which is why I'm probably going to get a Ravens Flock tattoo when I'm later down the line.
Same. Also, this pretty much means that the bidding war of 2024 is over. It never
really happened.
It never really happened. Yeah, I know. Now, MJF's promo on Dynamite, he opened up the show, and his promo segment, he pretty much dropped a lot of names, and he's setting himself up for future challenges in 2024. He trash-talked the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. He made fun of the moniker the Rainmaker, and he said that when he looked at the guy, Kazuchika Okada looks like a guy who's too broke to get himself into shape.
Oh. Hey, by the way, Okada, you're getting flubby, pal. Ha.
Yeah.
Simple shots, but yeah, easy enough.
Yep. He also dropped Will Ospreay during his promo segment because Ospreay dared to call himself the best wrestler in the world, and MJF listed off all his accolades that he's done in AEW, and pretty much silenced that conversation with Will Ospreay.
Also, speaking of Ospreay, apparently he's taking a sabbatical, a hiatus from AEW due to the extremely strenuous work schedule that he's had to do because he has to fly from England over to the States every single week. Because motherfucker wasn't willing to transplant his family in order for him to come and professionally wrestle stateside. But no, it's so stressful over here. Motherfucker's afraid of the grind, bruv. I don't want to rehash that stupid I'll rehash that, bruv.
You could be better than that one.
I could be, but I won't be, bruv.
Alright, let's see. He also name-dropped Swerve Strickland, the AEW World Champion.
The current
AEW World Champion, because Swerve, because apparently like his name, MJF's name came up during the media scrum, and Swerve addressed him. I don't remember what exactly he said because I didn't watch the media scrum, or rather I half paid attention to the media scrum, but MJF did drop Swerve's name in his promo. He dropped Swerve, Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada, and of course the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, who the hell wouldn't call out the Young Bucks? I mean, they're a pair of fucking morons.
Listen, I want this on the record right now. Me and Juan, we do not hate AEW. We actually like AEW.
There's lots of good shit in AEW on there. From the weirdness that we've got with Timeless Tony Storm to guys who fucking are kicking ass and taking names. You've got freaking Daniel Garcia dancing his way to success miraculously. Fucking what else have we got over there? We've got Swerve Strickland.
We got Swerve Strickland, the aforementioned MJF.
Yep, MJF is back with a fiery vengeance.
And yes, and this is something where you and I are going to be split about, but the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, those are great wrestlers.
Isn't Wheeler Yuta in that as well?
He's back from injury, yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Where the fuck has he been? Yeah,
He was injured.
He was injured. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me take a look over here. MJF needs a purple hoodie. No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Also Samoa Joe, Eddie Kingston.
Seriously, Samoa Joe. Well, Eddie Kingston, he's hit and miss. You know, with Eddie, if he's got the same thing as Moxley, if he's not doing a deathmatch bullshit, then he's fine, and he's a good wrestler on that front. I haven't really had issues with Okada. I haven't really had issues with who else?
Will Ospreay?
A little bit with Ospreay, more like his fucking attitude.
Yeah, his attitude. Yeah, I could see that. It's just. And of course,
colors over here.
Yeah, and of course,
the black and purple. That's
and of course, their tag teams are awesome. FTR, the Lucha Bros.
Right.
Like when they're doing great. They're doing great. They're doing gangbusters.
They do shit well. They do it well, but no.
Yeah. That being said, MJF was interrupted in his opening promo segment by one of AEW's underrated luchadors, Roosh. That's right, Roosh got on.
Excuse me?
Yep, Roosh dared to cut off the proceedings and cut a promo against MJF. How MJF was just welcomed back with open arms and this huge celebratory speech, while Roosh was busy grinding in the past year or so. And to be perfectly honest, I did do my fact checking. He's only wrestled 3 times on TV in the past year. What the fuck, AEW?
AEW, my God, Jesus Christ.
Of course, MJF still has plenty of bullets in the chamber fired back at Roosh. Not just in English, but also in Espanol. Now,
no, he legitimately freaking chewed him out. Like, oye, Roosh, chinga su madre, hijueputa. Me llamo Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Soy mejor que tú, y tú lo sabes, or some shit. I don't know.
No, the last part he did say in English got better than you and you know it. And
then, he could have said that in Spanish.
And both MJF and Roosh ended the segment in a pull-apart, which got a lot of referees and officials trying to break these two up. So, you know what? As a return feud, this is good for a short time, but I just hope that MJF moves on to something bigger after Roosh. No disrespect to Roosh.
No, I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen over here. Vicente was saying, too bad that MJF could not really drop the Young Bucks. I wish. Let's see. Will Ospreay is Caval 2.0. Ouch.
Ooh.
Tiffany Stratton and Tiffany Blue. I get that. As in Tiffany's, as a
yeah. And Vicente Guerrero's right, and Vicente Guerrero agrees with us. He even pulled up an example back in New Japan Pro Wrestling when Jon Moxley wrestled Tetsuya Naito. That was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah, when he wants to wrestle well, he can fucking wrestle well. This Tiffany from Tiffany and Company. So that'd be funny, and I get it, but also yeah,
that'd be a little too on the nose.
This is professional wrestling. If it's not on the nose, you're not doing it right.
Fair enough. So yeah, Juancho, what do you think of this return of what they're doing with MJF?
Okay. No, yes, MJF is doing everything that MJF's supposed to do.
Yeah, he ditched the scarf too. There's no more scarf, no more suits.
What? No, yeah. but why no scarf? I mean, we could do a scarf.
I don't know.
He's bring back the scarf, just a little.
Man,
please.
I guess at this point he's outgrown it. You know, because, dude, he's been wearing this scarf for, nearly 5 years in AEW history.
But,
character evolution is important.
Yeah, but, it's the scarf, man.
It's okay. MJF is going to be just fine. Unlike Jake Hager, he's not dependent on a piece of clothing.
As his entire gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Somewhere out there, that purple hat is crying. It's bawling its eyes out. All right.
Now
next segment. Come on.
Let's get into the exciting match of the night of the women's division. And I'm excited for this because one of my favorites is wrestling. Mariah May takes on the former inaugural NXT Women's Champion, Saraya.
Okay, so the understudy to Timeless Toni Storm taking on the Rampage dealer herself.
Hells yeah, and this was a really good match. Of course, like I said, Mariah May is still under the tutelage of Timeless Toni Storm, and she's trying to break out as her own star in her own right. And Toni Storm has been paying attention to her student in the past couple of weeks. Also,
Which is why Toni Storm was also at ringside running commentary, so with her own signature ridiculousness as trying to quote the stupid-ass tagline, the slogan that Tony Khan's trying to make everyone plug. Oh, we're the best wrestle. She's like, yes, this is all elite wrestling where the breast wrestle. Isn't that right? Like,
we're the breast wrestle.
Ha.
I can't.
Titties. Anyway.
I can't make mine wrestle. How did they do it?
Get to the match. Come on.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, but yeah, no. Mariah May, she got in a lot of offense against Saraya. Saraya was also flanked at ringside with her brother Zach Knight, and I believe Harley Cameron was also at ringside as well. Yeah. So the odds were definitely against Mariah May, but Mariah May would not flounder. She did hit a comeback. She hit a pop-up headbutt onto Saraya, and even hit that running sweet chin music, the running ass smash right into Saraya's face, channeling her own inner Toni Storm. And then afterwards, after some back and forth reversals, Saraya hits the rampage onto Mariah May, spiking her head into the mat. Mariah May was able to kick out after 2.
Oof.
So then it was time for Saraya to lock it in. She locks in her submission hold, the PTO, still one of my favorites, and forces Mariah May to tap out and submit. Your winner, Saraya.
Ah, goddamn. All right. So, yeah, score 1 for the bad guys, I guess.
And then afterwards, the bad guys laid out a post-match beatdown on both Mariah May and Toni Storm until out comes Toni Storm's opponent from Pro Wrestling Stardom's Mina Shirakawa. She ran down to the ring and she saved Toni Storm and Mariah May, though mostly Mariah May, from the beatdown. And then afterwards, both Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa got on each other's faces, or tits, until Mariah May forces everyone to get along and just hug it out, and embrace each other.
You gotta remember, this is a really weird and bizarre as hell fucking dynamic that we've got from between these 3 women. So Toni Storm treats Mariah May like Mariah is her daughter, and Mariah treats Toni Storm like her mom. Whereas Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May have a ongoing friendship between the 2 of them. They're kissing cousins, basically, complete with lip locking. And Mina Shirakawa's going to be wrestling Toni Storm for the Women's Championship.
Exactly. This match...
So, how much gayer can this get?
Okay, well,
Happy
I know.
Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride, indeed. Now, this match and
I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just like, this is like pretty fucking gay, dude.
This match, along with the post-match angle, is telling multiple stories. At this point, Mariah May is caught in between allegiances: her best friend from her Stardom years in Mina Shirakawa, or her mentor in timeless Toni Storm, as these 2 square off at the Forbidden Door at the end of June. And this match also strengthens Saraya as a future opponent for Toni Storm. And if this feud continues, I'd like to see Toni Storm and Saraya run it back. In fact, bring back a little bit of continuity between the 2 of them after they wrap up their business on June 30th.
Also, over here at the on Twitter at Bossing Say Graps, aka The Boulder.
Yeah, this is
literally what the...
Look at this. This is so weird.
This is not edited, folks. This isn't edited at all. And we're not going to play any of the
audio, no. Yeah.
We're copyrighted.
Look at these 2. It's like they're having a tits off.
It's like, there is so much odd and confusing sexual tension between the 3 of these women. And I don't know why, but this is weird. But also, okay, yes, more please. Literally, Mina Shirakawa's like, aha, take that, my boobies at you. I will squeeze my boobies at you in a show of dominance.
In Japanese!
No, it's literally like they're fighting over custody of Mariah May between the 2 of them or some shit.
Oh, man.
So while everyone in WWE is arguing that they want a custody of Dominic or ladder match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, we're apparently looking at what could be the custody of Mariah May ladder match between Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
I know, right? Oh my god.
Okay.
This is so good.
It's weird. It's a really bizarre dynamic, and I know for a fact that these women are really hamming it in within themselves, because there is no fucking way that Tony Khan had anything to do with this. He doesn't know what to do with a woman if his life depended on it.
Yeah, well, Tony Khan aside, these women are definitely doing the best they can with what they're given, and they're doing phenomenal. They're doing great. And I dare say, and we can all collectively agree, they're doing a lot better than what Mercedes Moné is doing with the TBS title.
Why do you say that?
Because she's really not doing much with the TBS title.
You mean she's doing nothing at all?
I mean...
She's doing nothing at all.
Yeah, she's doing nothing at all. All right, let's move on.
The chat over here before we continue.
Yeah.
Let's see here. AEW with the big girls play. Tiffany Stratton's like Barbie 23 come to life. Yep. Tiffany, Kana, and Izzy need to form a faction. That'd be cool. As much as I like Mariah May, great to see Saraya not job here. Tamara Mensa... stock is Willow for NXT. Yeah, okay, Vincent agreed. The booby bump between Shirakawa and Tony Storm. I might have rented that movie. Actually, the adult. God dang it, dude. Vicente. Also, let's see. Well, AEW needs beautiful people. No, it doesn't. It's cringe. I bet Michael Cole will be pissed off. 2023 is JR 30 years in WWE. 2023 is Michael Cole 26 years. And yeah, Sasha Banks is greater than Mercedes Moné.
Yes, she is, by leaps and bounds. Now, this is an interesting, this segment was short, but it leads to an interesting confrontation backstage, and it furthers the rivalry. It was supposed to be, we're supposed to get an in-ring promo segment featuring The Acclaimed. That's right, folks. Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and Scissor Me Daddy Ass Billy Gunn are back. They made their return last week on Dynamite to back up Christopher Daniels against the Elite, and they were going to cut an in-ring promo segment, but their segment was cut off abruptly by, well, the Young Bucks. You know, the only ones who actually have executive power.
No!
The Young Bucks cut off the segment and pretty much said, oh, no, I'm sorry, but we have to cut off your segment. You know, you only get this much TV time because we got to make room for the other match. So get the hell out of there. All right, guys, have fun with the show.
No.
But wait, it gets better. I promise. Because afterwards, later on in the evening, the Acclaimed confront the Young Bucks backstage in their locker rooms in their executive office, and pretty much had a trash talkie backstage, and told the Young Bucks, "Hey, listen, folks, y'all can keep running and dodging, but eventually you're gonna have to face us. So get over it, bitch. Get over it. Oh yeah, by the way, great job running the show, assholes." So yeah, they got a chance to bark back at the Bucks.
Okay. I guess that's fine, as long as these idiots get, shat on in one way or another. And speaking of shat on, take a look at the fucking face that Matt Jax is doing. It looks like he's constipated all to hell. Jesus God in heaven.
He's trying really hard not to shit a chicken.
No, he's mid shit over here. He is mid defecation.
I'm glad you liked it. I got it on purpose.
Good. Just fuck him.
All right. Let's move on. Let's get to the match of the night. It's one of the qualifying matches for the 6-person ladder match for the vacant AEW TNT title. And it is Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Champion, going one-on-one against the Machine, Brian Cage.
Okay, first things first. Number one, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam is in the chat. Hey, up here, Tam. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We miss your face. What did I just walk into? Well, you walked into us talking about how Matt Jackson had constipation face in the freeze frame. And before that, you missed how we were discussing the angle that's happening between Toni Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion, and Mina Shirakawa and their mutual friend Mariah May, which is probably the gayest in the most bizarre and non-offensive way segment in the history of all elite wrestling.
It was
homosex of the highest order.
But it was also compelling, Juancho. I was moved. Weren't you moved?
Getting an erection doesn't count as being moved.
You
say that Mark Briscoe and Brian Cage was Listen, Mark Briscoe's a badass in the ring. Brian Cage is a badass in the ring. Tell me how this is only met to you.
All right, let me explain. Number one, first of all, the camera keeps focusing in on the people that are ringside that are watching the match. Person number one, Don Callis.
Why?
Because we got to put him on TV somehow.
No, we literally don't. Don Callis has no purpose.
And
His purpose is to be hated.
And person number two, who was watching backstage, the scapegoat, Jack Perry. You know, the guy.
Why?
Because the Young Bucks were going to award
At
him
least Don Callis was at ringside. Wait, isn't Brian Cage one of his peoples? Or
no, he's no. Brian Cage is part of the embassy or the mogul, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, right. Well, it used to be the Mogul Embassy, but
they broke up.
Yeah, no, they just split from Swerve and Prince Nana. Okay, so what is Don fucking Callis trying to recruit Mark Briscoe?
I think Don Callis is trying to recruit Brian Cage because at least Mark Briscoe has something, and that's the Ring of Honor World Title, and Brian Cage has nothing.
Dear God, okay.
Like, guys, how much? Like, no, oh my God, and this is what I'm worried about: Brian Cage being sucked into the black hole of Don Callis and Chris Jericho.
No, and more to the point, what the fuck is Jack Perry doing? He's fucking useless. He's got nothing, Nathan, nada. What is the purpose of him?
Honestly, if you want my opinion, I don't think this match should happen. Like, Mark Briscoe's cool and he's a world champion, but he doesn't need the TNT title. He doesn't.
He literally doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Brian Cage would benefit from the win of it more. This feels like a lose-lose situation, because if Mark Briscoe wins, okay, great. Why would you want to be double champion? But if Mark loses, great to put over your Ring of Honor World Champion. But anyways, I digress.
God, you're right. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, hell.
Yeah, I know, but I digress. The wrestling quality of this match was definitely superb. Brian Cage dealt a lot of offense onto Mark Briscoe, hitting a lot of power moves. He hits a pump handle sit-out X Factor, which is awesome. He calls it the Weapon X. He also lays out a spinning Liger Bomb, which is also cool. Mark Briscoe was able to kick out after two. And Mark Briscoe was able to reverse the Drill Claw and hits his Frog Splash Elbow from the top rope to pin and win. Your winner, and going to Forbidden Door, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe.
All right, so... Okay.
Like I said, the wrestling content was good, but everything else surrounding it, the elements, and just the logistics of booking this match, it just doesn't click with me.
I get that. Okay, yeah, no, I get that. And then the way they presented it, by having you being distracted with fucking Don Callis... being all weird and mysterious at ringside, and fucking Jack Perry, who is worthless! He is worth fucking less! God damn it! Yeah, nepotism, you're right there.
It is nepotism, my God. That Jack Perry is literally Yo-Yo Ma's cousin, Little Nepotiz.
All right, so...
Anyways, now let's get to the cringe segment of the night. And this is a series of backstage segments featuring the FTW champion, the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho has pretty much leaned into the criticisms of the AEW of the wrestling fans about how he's sucking up TV time and how he's sucking people into the vortex. He's pretty much leaning onto it and just running with it as a new...
He took a patent and copyrighted the term Jericho Vortex like an asshole.
I don't know if this is another way of him reinventing himself.
No, it's another way of him trying to keep himself relevant as a...
Yeah, that's true. So, throughout the course of the night, in different segments, Jericho is walking around and offering random advice to different people. In this case, he offered advice to his former members of the Jericho Appreciation Society, Magic Matt Bernard and Angelo Parker. One of them is killing it on Rampage's commentary, and the other one's about to be a father.
Okay, and congratulations to both of them.
Yeah, and then
Glad
Chris
they're doing well.
Yeah, then
despite fucking Jericho.
Yeah, then Jericho's pretty much like coaching Matt Bernard to be like, oh man, you just gotta sound a little better on commentary. You don't sound that good, man. All while still smiling. And then over to Angelo Parker, he's like, hey, listen, man. He also offers some advice, as a three-time married man and a father, or however he fucking spin it. I don't know, man.
What the fuck?
Like Jericho,
a 3-time married man. Wait, He got married 3 times? What the fuck?
I don't know anymore. Jericho's giving them unsolicited advice. He walks up to the tag team private party and gives them unsolicited advice. He walks up to some random dude in catering and gives him unsolicited advice. All while smiling that stupid smile. Like, he's playing this new character where he comes off as this fucking know-it-all, gives unsolicited advice, and he's very much interested in himself. And yeah. And everyone else is tagging along for the ride. And by everyone else...
tagging?
Oh shit!
Tag!
Hot tag to Wacho!
Get over here! Take a cushion with you.
Ow! That hurt!
Well, that's what you get for having pain receptors. Hey there, folks. Wander out from a member of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team, his ace tag partner on Wrestle Rewind, and host of the Black Files. You're probably wondering, one, why was there no episode of the Black Files last night? I needed my weekly dose of nerd culture depression / infotainment. And the answer is simple. God decided to remind me that I have that my dental coverage is worth less than nothing because my freaking freaking wisdom tooth of mine had decided to crack, so much so to the point where I literally couldn't function all fucking day. I cannot believe that I was brought down low from that. Well, it wasn't just the tooth. It was also the fact that I have acid reflux that is a result of some of my medication that I inhaled in the middle of the night, causing me to basically choke on myself, and then that was flared up by the pain. And let's just put it this way. It sucks to still be around right now and talking. But I'm still here, and I'm doing it for you guys. Not for him. Not for this guy, though.
Hey!
Speaking of things that I won't waste my breath on in the name of this person, Chris Jericho, how many fucking times do we have to say it? Just because you're playing in that you're in on the joke doesn't mean that you're bringing the theme home. Just because you acknowledge that you're an insufferable asshole who's legitimately taking up screen time, legitimately wiping out any sort of credibility or any sort of relevance or any sort of cachet that younger, more talented wrestlers have over you, that doesn't mean that you get to go ahead and get away with continuing to do it. You're still an asshole. Chris, for fuck's sake, man. Hang it the fuck up. How can we miss you if you never go away? Go the fuck away. I'm not fucking kidding. This is X-Pac heat. This is not, oh, I hate this bad guy because he's so dastardly and he's so annoying and I just want him to get his ass whipped and I want someone to show him what's for. No, this is, I am sick and tired of seeing this ass clown on my TV every freaking week. He contributes nothing of value. He takes away more than he contributes. And more to the point, he diminishes virtually everything around him. From his matches, to his promo segments, to the guys that he works with, to the guys that he has in the ring against him. He drags everyone to the fucking ground. Thank God that Hook managed to float over with Samoa Joe. Otherwise, Hook would be on Dark Elevation right now. Isn't that right, Jose? Exactly! Fucking hell. Point is, Jericho, I'm not gonna fucking waste too much more breath on this. Because quite frankly, old man, you're not worth that. You have to recognize when enough is enough. Now, either you can't recognize it, or you refuse to, or like you do recognize it and you just don't fucking care. I don't know. I'm not in your head. I don't know what it's like to be Canadian. I don't think I can think Canadian even if I tried. But truthfully, you've got to give it the fuck up. It's like, imagine if Don Imus in the
heydays of shock jock talk radio, had never ever retired and had stayed on the airwaves after Howard Stern overtakes him in the fucking ratings. Imagine if that was going on. Everyone and their mother would be telling Don Imus to cut it the fuck out and call it a career. Thankfully, Don Imus knew when to call it a fucking career. Even Howard Stern over here, like while he's on satellite TV, Sirius XM, whatever, like even he should know his days are numbered behind the mic. Not because he's doing anything wrong, but because he should know when enough is enough. Chris Jericho doesn't know when enough is enough. He doesn't know how to fucking operate in a way that isn't wholly and depressingly self-serving. Chris, give it the fuck up. Your kegger of a beer belly looking butt over here is fucking is fucking killing me. And I should know, I've got an actual gut over here. There allegedly are some abdomens under here. With enough workout, I can probably bring them back out. I haven't seen them in like 15 years, but if I really put my mind to it, I could probably do it. But your ass can't. Not anymore. And no, freaking Mr. Quake, I don't want him as a fucking manager. I want him gone. I don't want him backstage. I don't want him as an interviewer. I don't want him as any on-air talent in any way, shape, or form. I want him G-O-N gone. Fuck off, Jericho. Jesus Christ. Tag man. Get over here.
Ah.
Take your fucking cushion with you.
God, you're so aggressive, Juan.
Only when it's funny.
All right. So, yeah, no, Jericho needs to get off TV. He really does.
Yes, TLDR, Jericho needs to get off TV. There.
All right. Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention for this week's edition of AEW Dynamite. And that's it. It is an 8-person tag match, and the Blackpool Combat Club are back in full force. Wheeler Yuta was apparently away due to injury, but the Ring of Honor Pure Champion is back, and the Blackpool Combat Club are stronger than ever. And they took on this random Lucha Libre tag team from CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre.
Magnus, Volador Jr., Rugido, and Esfinge.
It was pretty much a giant...
What the fuck are all these?
Those are all luchadors from CMLL.
What the fuck?
It was a glorified spot
Magnus,
fest.
Flyer Jr., Rugged, and Sphinx?
Yeah. But Rugged doesn't sound cool when you say it in English, you know? But that being said,
Jesus
it was a fun 8-man tag match. This was obviously done to put over the Blackpool Combat Club since they're back in full form. And everyone hit their spots.
Oh, no, my bad. Rugido means roar.
Oh, roar. Roar!
And
but still, fun 8-person tag match. Happy to see Wheeler Yuta's back. Please stay healthy. Do not get injured. And I'm happy that my boys, the Blackpool Combat Club, they won. And yes, there was no blood.
Good.
And there was no garbage wrestling.
Good.
It was all technical.
Good.
It was fun.
Also, one thing. What does the Ring of Honor Pure Championship mean? Nothing, exactly. Why is it that with Adam Copeland having the TNT Championship and he's injured, his championship has to be stripped from him in order for there to be a proper champion? But Wheeler fucking Yuta had one of the most respected championships to ever come out of the indies in the last 15, 20 years, the Ring of Honor Pure title, and he held on to the fucking thing even while injured.
Yeah, like...
Explain this shit to me!
Yeah, like, why strip... You know what? That's a good point. Why strip Adam Copeland, but yet keep Wheeler Yuta as champion? Like, wouldn't it be big business if we strip... Like, I don't want to use the word strip, but, like, vacate the Pure title as well and hold another Pure Championship tournament like they did in 2020? You know, before Ring of Honor went under and was bought off by Tony Khan?
I've got only one simple explanation for this as a...
Of course. Well, Juancho, Go for it.
No one knows what they're doing.
It doesn't make any sense. But again, I'm happy to see my boys back. The boys are back in town. That's the only good thing I can take out of it. Now, let's move on. Let's go ahead and get to the main event of AEW Dynamite. And this match is for the AEW World Championship. Nope, it's not an eliminator. This is for the big gold. Main event time. Swerve Strickland defends the AEW World title against the former AEW International Champion, Roderick Strong.
All right, so we've got Swerve and Prisnana are back together again, happy dancing as we can get. Swerve is doing his thing and defending the world championship against this fucking guy, whoever he is. Anyway, keep going.
Wow, we're just gonna brush under the.
Yes!
He was with the Undisputed Era.
Yes!
You were popping for him.
Yes!
And now?
Exactly!
Damn!
Yeah!
All right.
Roll a match!
Anyways, this match was not earned by a win-loss record. This match was demanded by Roderick Strong last week on Dynamite in a backstage segment where he yelled at where he yelled at Tony Khan, who was right there
on
sitting
Collision.
on Collision, and he demanded this championship match. And Tony Khan, in his own awkwardness,
yeah, that's great.
That's great. Let's do it.
I like that. So next week on Dynamite, Swerve will defend the title against Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
His new interim executive vice president, freaking Christopher Daniels, just nodding his fucking head and going like you would imagine that a fucking even in this little backstage fucking thing, even in that little capacity, Christopher Daniels would step in a little bit and say, respectfully, Tony, I don't know whether or not, I got nothing but respect for Roderick Strong, and he's definitely championship material. But I don't know if his recent behavior or whatever the hell else warrants a championship match. And the fact that he's just barking at you disrespectfulully in order to demand a title shot, I don't think that kind of behavior should be rewarded. Something like that. But no, Christopher Daniels ain't is ineffectual as an interim EVP. Cool.
Everyone.
Cool. Excellent. All right.
Hang on. All right. Let me throw my 2 cents in there. Thank you.
Throw 'em in.
More to the point. How many on-screen authority figures you have? You have the Young Bucks and you have fucking Christopher Daniels.
And Tony Khan.
No.
And Tony Khan because he was there.
I know, but listen. What I'm trying to say is you don't need Tony Khan on screen anymore if you have that many authority figures.
You're right. We don't. But he can't help himself.
No, he can't help himself. And when I saw him on that promo segment, he was fucking trying really hard. He was corpsing on camera.
He was trying not to. His fucking goofy ass, fucking dork ass, ass, shit-eating grin. I just discovered cocaine for the first time. Every fucking time, fucking look on his fucking face. This fucking dope. The serious, honest to God, fucking dope. I swear, this fucking guy who doesn't know how to fucking interact with human fucking beings a day in his fucking life. No. Fuck you, go away.
My opinion of Tony Khan continues to go down further and further. But getting to the match, thankfully, this main event match was definitely delivered. The fans definitely got a chance to enjoy some good technical wrestling prowess from Roderick Strong as Roderick continues to work the back on Swerve Strickland. Living true to his moniker as the Messiah of the Backbreaker, Roderick Strong laid out a series of customized backbreakers to lay out the AEW World Champion. Prince Nana was at ringside and he got the fans to chant Swerve's house, which was fun.
Yeah. Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Whose house?
And also, I think his real life Nana was at ringside too. I saw a grand.
No, it was just a really cool old grandma.
Okay, cool. All right, so fine. That happens, of course. And so Swerve Strickland was able to hit a comeback. He was able to reverse Roderick Strong's end of heartache finishing move, and he tried to go for the house call. Roderick Strong was able to reverse it, and then, but at the end of it all, Swerve Strickland finally hits the house call onto Roderick Strong to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland.
Yay!
And it was great. After the match, they celebrated. Everyone got to chant. Prince Nana got to dance a little.
The Swerve and Nana dance with the granny.
Yeah, Swerve and Nana dance with the granny. And
she was at ringside. It was a cool granny, and yay, that's nice.
Yay. And that's a good way to end off Dynamite, right?
Yeah, thank God there wasn't any stupidity afterwards. So, like, I was getting sick and goddamn tired of stupid shit of, like, oh, the Young Bucks, we got it. Like, no. Like, let's just have a nice night where the champion who's defending his championship gets his one-ups and gets his time to fucking celebrate.
Exactly. Like, are we, like,
Swerve. Yeah, no, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. Can we please put some value on the champion? Yes, we can.
Let me take a look over here. Vicente was saying, Juancho and Jose could think Canadian easy. Just start out by watching hockey and then learn French. Je pas me son petit peu de français. And as far as hockey goes, it's alright. I'm more of a baseball guy.
Yeah.
And, Sound Mind, whose house?
Swerve's house!
Yeah, see?
Hells yeah.
No, I'm not going to suggest myself to Caillou. Caillou's an entitled little prick.
No, fuck that shit. Anyways, now, let's go ahead and move on to this week's edition of TNA Impact. And like I said, TNA Impact celebrates its 20th anniversary.
Yay!
That's right. TNA Impact has been on television for 20 years. Like I said, right behind Raw and SmackDown, the longest running wrestling television program in the company's history.
In the history of professional
In the history of professional wrestling. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yay!
I love it. And of course, we open up the special anniversary edition of TNA Impact with a one-on-one big house match as Khan goes one-on-one against Jake something.
Isn't that Cone? It's not Khan. It would be K-A-N or K-H.
Well, his full name is Connor from the Ascension Connor. So
I know
Khan.
from the Ascension, really?
Don't be dissing my boy Cone from Bleach. Don't compare him to that.
I wasn't trying to diss Cone from Bleach, okay?
Okay.
But he's got the wave Cone over here, so yeah. I love the old announcement guy from TNA, says Sound Mime. And yeah,
David Pincer,
yeah,
the old ring announcer from WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right.
He was all right. And yeah, TNA has been around for 20 fucking years. Unbelievable.
I know.
Tell us about the matches, eh?
All right. Well, like I said, this was a big, meaty match. Two big hoss guys.
Meaty men slapping meat.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Meat.
Unfortunately, we didn't get any meat chants over in Cincinnati, Ohio, but the fans were still in on it. Khan was able to dominate most of the match. He also got a chance to trash talk against the fans. Jake Something was able to hit a comeback. He was able to reverse one of the moves and regain his momentum. Khan was able to hit Jake Something tries to go for like an Iron Claw submission move on the ground. Uh-huh. Khan then grabs Jake by the throat, rises back up, and then delivers a fucking choke slam in the middle of the ring. And yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. And then Khan whips Jake Something against the ropes, and Khan whips Jake, and then Jake reverses, and then Jake hits the Boss Man Slam to pin and win. Your winner, Jake Something.
Holy shit, Jake.
And after the match, Khan tried to attack Jake Something from behind, but then out comes Cody Deaner to save Jake Something. And this has just become news to me and Juan. It's a revelation to us. Apparently, Jake and Cody are cousins.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Cody Deaner and Jake are cousins.
Seriously?
Yeah. Since
when?
I don't know. This, like I said, this is news to us. We didn't know this.
Right? What the fuck? That's so out of left field.
It is. It is out of left field. I mean, I'm pretty sure they referenced it years ago, but like they didn't make relevance of it until now. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I guess it's weird. And Vicente was saying Khan is a true badass. Nice to see the baddest man in TNA getting some of that push. And yeah, no.
He's getting something. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Yeah.
And now let's get to the exciting match of the night as we kick things up to a whole nother level of the X Division variety. We got a tag match player. The teams of Mustafa Ali and Campaign Singh going up against Speedball Mountain.
Yeah, I when I first heard them mention that, by the way, he changed his name to Campaign Singh ever since he decided to throw in with Mustafa Ali, the X Division champion. I'm like, that's fucking clever. That was legitimately clever. Like, okay, I can live with that. And of course, the big strong boy with Trent Severed with Speedball Mike Bailey. All right, so we got us mustachy, speedball-y, big strong mountain kicking guys.
Hell's Gab.
All right, let's go.
All right. This was an absolutely fun tag team match. It started off with Mike Bailey and Trent Seven getting some offense onto Campaign Singh until Mustafa Ali got the tag in, and he hit a nice spinning wheel kick onto Mike Bailey, leveling him out. And then throughout the rest of the match, both Campaign and Ali were able to keep the Speedball grounded, keep him away from the tag partner, 2-on-1 disadvantage. Mike Bailey was able to fight back against Campaign Singh, and he eventually got the hot tag onto Trent Seven. Trent Seven, the number one contender to the X Division title, was able to fight back against the horde of Campaign Singh and against Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali got a little bit of offense in there, and was able to hit was trying to go for a 450 splash, but Trent Seven was able to dodge out of the way. And then afterwards, Mike Bailey got back into the game and helped out his tag partner. And then I kid you not, out comes the security detail of Mustafa Ali, his suits, his bodyguards in black suits,
his hobos, his freaking henchmen.
His henchmen. They come down to the ring. They try to help out. One of them got on all fours and propped themselves up for Mustafa Ali to jump off his back and do like a flying kick onto Mike Bailey at ringside. I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, pretty clever. And then afterwards, Campaign Singh and Trent Seven continue to go back and forth against each other. Mustafa Ali tried to distract Trent Seven for Campaign Singh to roll him up. Trent Seven was able to break out of it. Trent Seven hoists up Campaign Singh for the Birmingham Hammer. Mustafa Ali was going to intervene, but he pretty much let Trent Seven pin Campaign Singh. Mustafa Ali fed Campaign Singh to the wolves. Your winners, Speedball Mountain.
So, yeah, no, that just goes to show you what kind of an incredible politician and partner Mustafa Ali is to the people. He's very much a man of the people, by which you mean he will throw motherfuckers under the bus if it serves him.
Hey, listen, man, there's one thing that politicians all collectively agree on, and that is political survival.
Horse shit.
It's called pragmatism.
Yeah, it's called horse shit and cowardice is what it is.
I know. But still, fun tag team match. I love it.
All right, so next bit.
Yeah, let's get to the next segment. This one I really want to talk about because I saw some good segments, but this one I think takes the cake. This happened immediately after the opening segment of Khan and Jake Something. And I also want to correct myself. It wasn't Cody Deaner that saved Jake Something. It was Eric Young. My bad.
Why are we pushing Eric Young?
Eric Young got on a promo and he cut an incredibly white hot passionate promo putting over TNA and how it survived being on television for 20 years.
One way or a fucking another, right? It was the little engine that could, man.
Absolutely, it is the little engine that could. Eric Young was passionate. It was 100% pure babyface. The fans loved it. He put over the promotion. He put over how it went, how all the hurdles they went through in 20 years, and his contributions to TNA Impact. It was amazing, and I enjoyed it. It was so great.
Yay, this is nice. Nice and warm and fuzzy feelies.
Of course, absolutely, man. Shit. TNA Wrestling, yeah, for all its faults that they had to go through over the years, is a great product. Shit, man.
Just like with any professional wrestling, when it's good, it's damn good. When it's bad, well, you can fucking tell it's bad.
When it's really bad, you can tell by how many times Juan will hot tag me in.
It's true, unfortunately. Yeah. Alright, AJ Styles is the GOAT, Mr. Quake. It'd be cool to see if he actually gets in, shows up at TNA, but I don't know.
Hells yeah. We'll see. Now let's get to the match of the night. Go ahead and share it. This is a one-on-one match for the TNA Digital Media Championship as Laredo Kid goes one-on-one and defends the championship against AJ Francis.
Okay, so Flop Dollar taking on The Dragon Warrior. Okay.
Ah, Flop Dollar. Thank you for that. That is awesome.
It's old, but yeah.
There's really not much for me to say about this. AJ Francis, at this point, he really has fallen out. He really has fallen out of favor with the fans with his first class stable, which doesn't land the same as Hit Row.
It's like, seriously, dude, motherfucker.
It's like he's trying to recapture the old magic of WWE, but it's not the same, dude, because you don't have your key players. Sorry, man, you're just a one-hit wonder. That being said,
One flop wonder, but who's counting?
That being said, it was an all right match. But at the end of it all, AJ Francis was able to get the win after hitting his finishing move, which he calls it the down payment. Which, not gonna lie,
okay, that's a little clever.
That's clever. He hits the down payment to pin and win. Your winner and new digital media champion, AJ Francis.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah.
He took the digital media title?
Yes, he did.
Truth be told, it makes more sense for him to have the digital media title than fucking what's-his-face?
Laredo Kid.
Laredo Kid. Because truthfully, Laredo Kid doesn't do anything digital media-wise. Whereas, what's-his-face, at least Flop Dollar over here is fucking trying something.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, this title change makes sense. That being said, like I said, it's underwhelming because, I'm sorry, man, none of us are fans of Flop Dollar. Sorry,
man. Like you just ain't got it. In the chat, Vicente saying a few times WWE took almost the same gimmick from TNA and swapped it with their talent. Swapped it with their talent. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, TNA versus Ring of Honor versus WWE if it was Ruthless Aggression era. Oh yeah, like Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch were a bad AMW ripoff.
Oh, America's Most Wanted ripoff. Yeah.
So, legitimately, Lance Cade did nothing for anyone. He was generic as it can get.
Oh.
Trevor Murdoch, the only thing that he really had going for him is that he managed to somehow, by the grace of God and the will of the Force, managed to become at least a one-time NWA World's Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. So,
hey, good for him.
Good for him, but
let's not speak ill of the dead.
Wait.
Lance Cade has been dead for years. He tragically passed away.
Okay, that's sad. Sorry to hear that. He was not all that in the ring. There.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you about it a little later, but yeah.
It's okay.
All right. Now let's get to, and this is a very, very weird segment for me and Juan to process. Like, we're still trying to process it in our heads, but let's talk about it. This is now a new thing called DMTV, Deathmatch TV, hosted by, of course, the Deathmatch King. I mean, sorry, the Death Machine. The Death Machine. Sorry, Death Machine TV.
The Deathmatch King is Matt Cardona, Jose.
Shit, you're right.
Right.
The Death Machine, Sami Callihan.
All right, so Sami Callihan has his own segment, and he calls people out and stuff, and he does things. He's specifically calling out Jonathan Gresham.
God.
What was really weird is that he had a breaking news flash break in the middle of his fucking thing of himself in what I can only describe as a really bizarre fucking Alex Jones cosplay. No, look, seriously, if you put him in a suit, you accentuate his beard by adding a mustache and give him just enough hair to look like he's balding from it, and yeah, looks like fucking Alex Jones. Doesn't need the glasses, but you get the fucking point.
The fuck, man?
Yeah, no, seriously. And, going back to that, after this, film at 11, blah, blah, blah. He comes back to himself, and fucking Sami Callihan's like, oh, it doesn't matter if you have 2 arms, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arms, or 8 legs or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm having sushi for dinner.
Great. We and Juan, we just had Chinese food for dinner.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This was definitely a segment that was produced.
That was weird.
God, what the that was so bizarre. Okay, at least it's endearing and it's in how they present it because it doesn't try to wink wink nudge you in the middle of it. It plays it straight. And even though it comes off a little cringe, you can still say that at least Sami Callihan is putting his ass into it. He's not half-assing it, he's whole-assing. Complete with a freaking news anchorman freaking newsman fucking break in the middle of it. It was fucking funny. It was bizarre.
You can tell that Sami Callihan is giving his all.
Yeah, exactly. I bet that mustache can detach and attack people. You're fucking right, Soundmind. Call him Sammy Anchorman Callahan. Nice.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Vicente Guerrero. I remember Cade. He had decent with hard. Lance Cade. I'm sure he was all right. Deathmatch TV must be will be must see every week. Ha ha ha.
Anyways, all right. Now let's move on. Before we get to the main event of TNA Impact, we do have an honorable mention, and it is a one-on-one match where the TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace successfully defended her championship against Allison Kay. This was a foregone conclusion. They're not going to cut Jordynne Grace off at the legs right before her big match at Battleground.
Even when you take into consideration that Jordynne Grace had this shit done before, we got to remember, TNA's pre-taped at least 2 or 3 weeks in advance.
That's right.
So they had to keep in with some kind of continuity there, with the fact that Jordynne Grace is going to be entering NXT Battleground this Sunday as the TNA Knockouts champion. So it makes sense for her to appear on Impact this week to defend and retain the Knockouts World Championship. As a matter of fact, this is legitimately her on her Twitter over here, at Jordynne Grace. This says it all right here.
Yeah, go ahead. Show for it. Yep.
Happy 20th anniversary, TNA. This week was for you.
There's
see her.
There's Jordynne Grace celebrating her title defense on this week's edition of Impact, and her celebrating her singles win on NXT.
See, they're not gonna freaking half-ass it for this kind of build.
Oh no! At this point, TNA and WWE, they pretty much strapped this fusion rocket on her back, and she's going to new heights, my friend.
Indeed. So I'm really glad to see that that when it comes to TNA putting their best foot forward in this joint production, this joint partnership. They're doing the right thing by putting up the juggernaut here.
And apparently this is not going to be a one-and-done deal, and this is not going to be one-sided. According to a recent report from PW Insider, WWE are looking to send a couple of their wrestlers over to TNA Impact.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
There's no talk of who's going to be showing up on Impact, and there's no talk of what other TNA wrestlers are going to be showing up on NXT, but the expectation is that this partnership is going to continue.
Wow. Yeah, no, this is going to be fantastic. We're definitely looking forward to this, guys.
Personally, I would like to see Josh Alexander come back and wrestle on NXT. I think
the walking weapon.
Yes!
Jesus Christ, he's a scary fucking guy.
Hells yeah, he is.
Have him show up as the walking weapon, the giant Canuckin motherfucker who makes headgear look terrifying again.
Exactly. Put the fucking no-quarter catch crew in their place.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild. But now let's get to the main event of TNA Impact, and it is a one-on-one match featuring Frankie Kazarian going one-on-one against former World Heavyweight Champion Nick Nemeth.
The wanted man.
Yeah.
Ziggy guy. This guy.
Oh, yeah. Me and Juan got to watch the main event, and for two guys who have never wrestled against each other at all in history, they wrestled pretty well as if they knew each other.
They gelled very nicely. Holy shit.
It was really good. Of course, Frankie Kazarian relying on old-fashioned chicanery to get the upper advantage in the early beginnings of the match, attacking Nick Nemeth at ringside, eventually bringing him back into the ring, while playing off against the crowd, even shouting, saying, "Come on, guys, I'm here to show the world." Get it? Damn, man. I know AEW is guilty of it, but damn, TNA has been making these jabs for years before Jacksonville.
Yep. It's, they've been doing it for 20 years. It's kind of practice at this point.
But I think we've talked about this before. The only difference is they don't do it too much.
Which is what AEW keeps doing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that being said, getting back into the match, Nick Nemeth was able to hit a comeback. He tries to go for a super kick. Frankie Kazarian was able to reverse it. He tried to lock. Frankie Kazarian tried to lock in the chicken wing more than once. He attempted a second time to get the submission hold lock in, but Nick Nemeth was able to break out of it. And then after some more reversals and more back and forth between the two guys, Nick Nemeth was able to reverse one of the moves from Frankie Kazarian and hit the danger zone!
He tried.
Oh, no, he did. He hit the danger zone!
You don't have to keep announcing it that way.
To pin and win. Your winner, Nick Nemeth.
All right, so nicely done over here. Before we continue, Zay, in the chat, yes, we do remember Sunday Night Heat, and Vince McMahon's opinion doesn't really matter. He's not even allowed in the building anymore, so fuck him.
He's an albatross.
Exactly. Sound mind. I wonder if Moose is going to show up in NXT Battleground. That'd be wild.
That would be cool.
Trick Williams show up in TNA. That'd be just as wild. TNA is Jarrett, baby.
Hey!
It was Jerry and Jeff Jarrett's baby, and then
Hulk Hogan punked him out.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And Vicente, I missed chance for a feud a few years ago. Moose could have fought Brock Lesnar once Brock mentioned moose hunting in a promo.
Oh.
And Tam Tam's throwing up the hang signs. Hell yeah.
Hells yeah. But of course, unfortunately, Nick Nemeth's celebration was cut short because he was attacked from the system. That is Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, Alicia Edwards, and the TNA World Champion Moose.
God damn it. You can't have anything nice here.
The system laid out both Nick and Ryan Nemeth in the ring.
Yeah, Ryan tried to come in and rescue his brother. Nope.
The Hollywood Hug got speared by Gum, but don't worry because they have been saved by...
Oh, no. If we're gonna do it, I gotta do it right here. I gotta do this totally right.
Yeah, I know. Building up that anticipation, folks. Here it comes. The greatest announcement ever.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in
Joe Hendry.
That's right, folks. Joe Hendry runs down to the ring and he lays out the system. He lays out a fallaway slam onto Brian Myers, a fallaway slam onto Eddie Edwards. He lifts up Moose and tries to go for a fallaway slam, and he gets caned in the back by Alicia Edwards, and the system regained control.
But Joe Hendry was looking so strong here.
He was looking so strong, and that was him trying to fire up, but he was attacked from behind by Alicia Edwards, that bitch.
God damn it!
And then the system laid out Joe Hendry not one, but two spears, courtesy of the TNA World Champion. And the show and the 20th anniversary show ends with the system holding all the gold, standing victorious.
Man, fuck y'all!
Oh.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
No, we cannot. We're not even in Detroit. They're in Cincinnati.
Can't have shit in Cincinnati.
Yeah, nothing good comes out of Ohio. All right, Juancho, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so the 20th anniversary of TNA Impact, albeit the ending was kind of a little upsetting, was overall pretty good. Jordan Grace had a great title defense against Allison Kay. Good opening match, followed by a good promo segment from Eric Young, very passionate to put over the promotion. Yay! All the other matches were pretty good, I think, and of course, we've already talked about the X Division match with Speedball Mountain winning over Ali and Campaign Singh, which was hilarious, and we love it. The Death Machine TV segments, the DMTV is gonna take me and Juan a little bit to try and get into it. We'll have to circle back around it and see if it gets a little better over the coming weeks.
Well, here's hoping on there, and we want to make sure that this stuff continues to build up. And of course, we can't wait to see how the this rivalry going on involving, of all people, Joe Hendry challenging the system. So, yay. Exactly.
Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite was actually one of their good shows. Great main event with Swerve defending the World Championship against Roderick Strong. The Blackpool Combat Club all back in full force, and they had a great 8-person tag match. MJF cutting a great opening promo, putting himself, pretty much name dropping people and setting himself up for future rivalries, which is great. And Saraya versus Mariah May. The match was awesome, and the post-match segment was awesome. I love the storytelling they're doing with Toni Storm and all parties involved. This was a strong AEW Dynamite, despite the bullshittery with Chris Jericho.
Yeah, no, and even the bullshittery with the young fucks over there?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so...
Like Ming-Wan said, when they're doing great, and we'll praise it.
Exactly. No, if it's good, we will call it out. If it's bad, we will fucking call it out. The way it should be.
Exactly. Now, the go-home show of NXT was also pretty damn good. I don't think I need to talk anymore about how awesome Jordynne Grace was. Her opening match on NXT and her title defense on Impact speaks for itself. And Juan squeals as well. Yeah, no. Ethan Page being introduced and skyrocketing himself all the way to the NXT Championship picture is a great way to put him over as a new top guy in NXT. Because right now, there aren't that many top guys loaded in the chamber to challenge for Trick Williams for the NXT title.
No, you're right. There isn't really anyone who's got that it factor to go up against Trick. Like... Folks thought, we were thinking maybe there was going to be something happening with one of the Metaphor, but Noam Dar and, what's-his-face?
Oral Mensa
were both taken down, apparently, by Ethan Page, so what the fuck?
I know. And, of course, everything revolving around the NXT Women's North American title picture was hilarious. My God, that fucking ass slap by Mishin. That fan, man. That fan is going to be having this in his dreams for life. I'll tell you that. It was definitely a good go-home show. Definitely great to put over. And I love the video package between Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler. And I hope their underground match kills it this Sunday.
You got to remember something very important is the fact that we've got this NXT underground match between them, between two practice MMA fighters. They're going to make this look as hardcore and as badass as you can get. This is the best kind of MMA styled wrestling match fight thing that NXT and WWE could ask for.
Exactly. And you know what? We're going to catch that this Sunday. We're not doing a watch party, but me and Juan, we're definitely going to watch Battleground this Sunday. And on next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we will provide our review for the main event of NXT Battleground. And we hope you guys tune in to watch it. And, yep, that's pretty much going to do it for this week. Juan, plug us away.
Certainly. Don't mind if I do.
But also check your blood pressure because Jordynne Grace.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. Go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FLOCKFIELD to get 20% off. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and I got goosebumps for days!